let's put on this true crime episode. Cops make horrific discovery in woman's soup pot. What the fuck? Anyways, true crime, reacting. Now listen, if I react to this shit and I'm on to a whole other topic, I'm gonna try to concentrate. I'm gonna try my best, but ADHD kick in. I'm not gonna lie. ADHD starts to kick in and it's real hard. Let's get it.
Just totally off my rocker. But I was just out walking my dog, and I came across some bones that looked to me to be human.
He had been dismembered.
Oh my God.
Okay, and I like I said, there was apparent saw marks. Okay.
What marks?
Saw.
Oh, saw.
When a human spine is discovered by a woman walking her dog in Mercer County in January 2016, it launches an investigation that will take years to unravel.
Years?
Even with a bone-chilling confession, investigators are left questioning the truth behind their victims' unimaginably
Put your picture up
gruesome
top.
demise.
All right, let's go.
And
Let's
they
go.
will
Let's
soon
go.
find themselves with
see.
another body on their hands before the case is over. The following report is based on official police records, and most of the footage has never been seen until now. Following the 911 call from the concerned dog walker, police discovered a skeletal human spine hidden among the frozen brush in a fairly remote area in Mercer County. Though they conducted a thorough search of the area,
Oh my
no
God, this
other
is
remains
real
were
life.
found. This left investigators with two main questions. Who was their victim, and where were the missing body parts?
Hold on.
Despite a
I'm good at shit like this. I can figure this shit out instantly, ASAP. Like it's like my level of what's that shit called? Like instigationness. My level of knowledge when it comes to detectiveness is just on point. On God it is. On God it is. I'll bet you I'll tell you who it is just by a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just by the phone calls, bro. I'ma name it, brother, sister, you know what I'm saying? It's always you know what I'm saying? Someone close. Watch.
DNA profile being uploaded to NamUs, a police database for missing persons cases. The identity of the victim remained unknown. That all changed in 2020.
Okay,
when a
2020.
Bureau of Criminal Investigation agent working on cold cases connected the profile of a missing persons case in Columbus, Ohio,
Okay,
with
Ohio.
the timeline of when the skeletal spine was discovered. 21-year-old Ryan Zimmerman was reported
It was a
missing at
guy?
the end of November 2015, just 2 months before the 911 call. Ryan had last been heard from a month prior.
Chances are the person that killed him is highly likely to be a girl. Watch. I'm never wrong, bro. Watch, I'm never wrong.
Prior in September. After contacting Ryan's parents and conducting a DNA test, investigators were able to confirm that the partial skeleton belonged to Ryan. They spoke to Ryan's father, Warren, over the phone.
Your son did. It was obviously.
Hi, Nosha Will.
Okay.
Right.
Bye,
There was
Emily.
some remains that we were not able to locate. Okay. So it was also discovered that he had been dismembered.
Oh my God.
Okay. And I like I said, I'm sorry to tell you that over the phone. We did not find portions of him being the lower portions of the legs, the lower portions of the arms.
If a girl could do that, that's crazy.
Skull.
Oh
If
my
a girl
God.
could do that, that's actually crazy.
So, okay.
The location
I might
of
need
Ryan's
April to be my
skull was
lawyer for
like
real.
something
Now
out
watch
of a
how I do
horror
this, though.
movie. But that
Watch how I do
wasn't
this, though.
revealed until much
Watch,
later.
watch.
Even worse than discovering that Ryan had died were the details investigators shared with
And
Warren
you can see the
about
bones are in
Ryan's
the
remains.
woods.
There was apparent saw marks. Okay.
Saw marks.
What marks?
Saw.
Oh,
marks.
saw. Right.
Yeah. When he was found, it was basically skeletal remains.
Man, what does it sound like? You gang?
Dude, girls
what
don't
kind
be
of
using saws very
trafficking
much,
or
but
what the hell? I mean, who would do
it's
something like
Ohio.
that?
Everyone
Those
uses
are
saw
all
in Ohio.
questions that we are hoping to work to try to get some answers for Ryan and for your family, okay?
Police were able to track down the 3 people living with Ryan in Columbus before
Oh,
Ryan's
here
disappearance.
we go.
Corey Buzzard, Sarah Buzzard, and Naira.
What did
Jean
I
Whitaker.
say?
On August
What did I
28,
say?
2021,
All right,
officers had to
let me
find
not get-
Sarah and Jen, who are
Okay.
now married. After moving out of the apartment, they shared with Corey and
Let me do a quick analysis of the facial features. I'm actually good at this. Gang. It's always the people you least accept, but most notable too is low key, high key. Exactly, you girl. You know. All right, let's take some facial assessments, okay? Let's look at the eyes. Let's start with the eyes first. I'm not noticing anything suspicious about the eyes. Both mouths are downturned. Both eyebrows are kind of the damn. They kind of look the same. Huh. Let me keep watching just a little bit.
Ryan. They now live at Sarah's mother's house. What will unfold shortly is a twisted and unpredictable case.
Not on my
One that
watch.
is far more disturbing
Nothing's
than anyone
unpredictable.
anticipated.
Let's get it.
We've had several calls on this subject, usually welfare check.
It takes a few minutes, but eventually Sarah answers the door.
Hello, police department.
This is Sarah.
Looking for
Ooh,
Sarah.
Let's watch.
Couldn't step out for me. All right, sorry I had to wake you.
Oh, sorry. Can I do for you?
Well, I think
It
you
was
did
her. She did it. It was her. She did it. Her eyeballs malfunctioning, gang? When you really sleepy, you not acting like that. She acting sleepy. She acting like she just woke up. Her eyes are wide open and she blinking. You can't blink that fast. Where's the eye cocky? Where's the boogers? Where's the crust? Where's the puffiness in the eyes? It's not that light outside. It was her.
Warren.
What?
Uh-huh.
What?
It's out of Ohio, I think. It's a theft warrant, I believe.
You saw that? You saw that? When he said Ohio, you saw how she gulped? Gulp? That's usually a body language signal of somebody trying to stuff down. They're trying to hide some shit, if that makes sense. And the way she acted. Her eyes wide open. A person that blinks, she not blinking. She not blinking. That's another thing. She's not blinking. A person that blinks a lot is really like with you. She thinking right now. She thinking. What we thinking, chat? I think it was her just from the face pic. She had the psycho eyes, but also she acting like she knows something. Yeah, and she looked dead in the camera too. Just wait, stuff twisted, but it's good. Let's see.
Okay.
Like, put my mic back here. I'm probably yelling at y'all.
002, I've got her out front. All right, so go ahead and turn around, put your hands behind your back for me.
Though he doesn't know it just yet, the officer asks Sarah a question that will foreshadow a devastating series of events.
Anything in the house upstairs.
We should do another one of these. Try and figure out the crime type shit.
I mean, I don't want to coming out with a gun or anything like that. A theft charge.
Sarah informs the officers that her mother and Jen are inside the home, and they soon join her on the porch.
So none of them stepped out? Mother and blah, blah, blah. Police are asking for this girl and arrested her. None of them are stepping out? Oh yeah, I know this shit got tea.
Well, we gotta take her downtown. I gotta look at exactly what the warrant is for, and then we'll go from there. So I can. It's through Ohio, so they sent us over here. So others sent the warrant over here.
Hi,
We get it
Click.
from out of state all the time.
Well, I mean, girls and my daughter, we never that kind of person. But if there's something missing over there, I mean, just
Take some deep breaths, Sarah.
yeah, when she move it,
While the officer dances around their questions regarding Sarah's arrest, Sarah's disposition begins to take a turn.
I'm paying
Been sick?
attention to her crafty words. Her word choice.
Okay. Have you been sick or?
no, just shocked.
Oh, okay.
Despite looking like she might pass out, it's decided that Sarah can travel to the police station.
Okay, I'm gonna hold your arm so you don't fall over. Okay.
They trying to defend her? I know they are. Of course they are.
Once at the police station and in an interrogation room, Sarah is told that detectives from Ohio want to speak with her.
Hi, Sarah.
This where we get into the juice. Let's pay attention to the body. I love this. Let's pay attention to the body language, the way she speaks. when she's engaging in conversation? Is she more closed off to the conversation? Is she in there? Like, let's pay attention, gang. I love this shit. No cap.
The sheriff's office in Ohio.
I'm Rick Ward. Hello, Sarah.
Well, I'm assuming you have lots of questions. Okay. I do. We're going to take some time to sit down with you here, and maybe we can get some answers for those questions for you, if that's okay.
She's facing
Sarah
towards
has read
them.
her Miranda rights and agrees to speak with the detectives. They immediately dive into questioning, beginning with her time in Columbus almost 6 years ago. Sarah explains that she lived with her then-husband, Corey Buzzard. While married to Corey, Sarah had also started dating Jen, who was transgender.
Oh.
Eventually, as her relationship with Sarah progressed, Jen moved in with Corey and Sarah.
Hold on.
A few months later, they got another roommate, someone named Emma.
Ooh.
And that's a little bit about why we're here. Is talk about Emma, also known as Ryan Zimmerman. He went missing. Are you familiar with any of that?
I watched this already.
Okay, so I guess
Don't tell me.
Tell me what you know about Ryan.
Your girl, you think it was both of them?
Or Emma, if you know
Let's
him
see.
as Emma. Okay.
Let's see.
According to Sarah and Jen, Ryan was newly transitioning, which is why they knew Ryan by the name Emma. However, this claim hasn't been substantiated or verified by any members of Ryan's family.
It's a little bit of a touchy subject. My husband at the time had sexual interests. They had talked online extensively, and he had invited them to.
They're all gay.
Stay with us.
Concentrate, April.
Did not want to happen, but long story short, it did.
After Sarah and her partner Jen move into the house with her and Corey, Corey decided to meet someone and reached out to Ryan online. After speaking for a short period, Ryan moved into the Columbus apartment as well.
All this shit giving me
At the
zesty
same time that
vibes.
Sarah is in interrogation at Sarah's mother's
They was
house,
all sleeping together.
Jen is also being approached by detectives. However,
Yikes.
Jen is a little more hesitant to
Yikes,
speak with
Scoops.
them. What seems like it may be a simple conversation about Sarah's apparent arrest for theft will soon have a nightmarish outcome.
That's white people for you? Hey, chill. You know what I'm saying? I never dated a white girl, but let me tell you something. A white girl is on my list. The next girl I get, she gonna be white. She gonna be snowflake. The next girl I get gonna be white as shit. I always dated these light skins, dark skins, Spanish people. Man, I'm ready to try me what I've been missing out on. Anyways, let's get back to this shit, bro.
Okay, so we're not stepping outside. We're working a missing persons case from Ohio. The Ohio Attorney General's office has a task force with missing persons. And Ryan Zimmerman lived with you guys in Columbus in 2015 with you and Sarah and Corey, September 2015, right?
Okay.
And he's missing. And you guys were like the last people to see him.
After clarifying that Ryan also went by the name Emma, or M, Jen remembers briefly living with Ryan. The investigators will
if I
often
had something to
switch
do with
between
that, my heart would have been
Ryan
like this.
and Ryan
Oh
and
shit.
as M or Emma.
Shit.
After
Unless
only
you're
living with
psychopathic and you don't
Corey,
feel
Sarah,
nothing.
and Jen
You
for 2
chilling.
months, Ryan was asked to leave. Sarah claims that Ryan and Corey's relationship ended, and Ryan never found a job.
Your girl, you better
which
not
was
be
part of her
cheating.
agreement to
You better
allow
not be
Ryan to
cheating.
stay
You
in the
better
apartment. Because of
you know
this,
what I'm
Corey
saying?
told Ryan to leave, and Ryan planned to leave on September 25th. This timeline correlates with the last time anyone heard from Ryan.
I know that they had tried to plead with me to give them another chance, but I said that I'd already given too many chances and that it was Corey's call, ultimately.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna just be honest right here. At the door, she was a little cooked. Her body language and the way she's talking, it's not setting off any alarms. I'm not cheating. I'm watching with you. Okay, bet. Let's see who gets it right before the ending. Before we get the answer, we both gotta say our guesses.
And I remember them packing, and either I went to the store, or I was in a different room. I don't remember. I can't quite remember.
Who
You
was at home at
cooked.
the time?
You cooked, little shot.
I was,
You
Corey
choked.
was not, and then my
Oh.
girlfriend was over, so we might have been in the living room. I honestly, I don't
She did drugs or
remember.
something?
Okay.
I just know that 1 minute Emma was there, and then the next he had just left.
Okay. Did you see him leave? Like pull away in a vehicle or something?
Somebody pulled up and he got in the car and drove off. I thought that he might come back because he did leave his car.
She either has
but
nothing
he
to do with
didn't
it, or she switched her
come back, and
mindset
then
during
we
the
didn't
car
hear from
ride.
him again.
There will
I don't
eventually
think
be
she
troubling
didn't do anything.
discrepancies in Sarah and Jen's stories.
I don't think she did
The
something.
detectives at Sarah's mother's house asked Jen a follow-up question about Ryan's vehicle.
What kind of car did he have? Did you ever ride in the car? You were never in his car? Okay.
Had you ever driven it?
Yes.
Okay. To the store or something, or when did you drive it?
To a gas
I just realized the other girl was talking through picture. I thought she was gonna have her own separate video. Hi, Game Strandreas.
station. I couldn't get it to start.
I should have
again.
changed that title, right?
So I had to call a tow company to bring it back, but I was embarrassed about it because I didn't really have permission to drive it.
So did you drive it while he was still living there?
No, this was after he'd left.
Oh, okay. Were you by yourself during this?
My girlfriend was with me.
Unknowingly, Sarah has just unraveled one of the mysteries behind Ryan's disappearance. Warren, Ryan's father, had been alerted that something was wrong when Ryan's vehicle was found abandoned. Though the license plate was missing, police found some of Ryan's belongings inside the vehicle, along with the keys and a full tank of gas. Warren had taken it upon himself to knock on neighbors' doors to see if they remembered anything useful about the car or Ryan's disappearance. To his surprise, someone did. One of the neighbors said they saw the car get dropped off by a tow truck near the apartments where Ryan was staying with Corey, Sarah, and Jen.
And about a half hour later, the Columbus Police Department came and wrote the ticket up and had the vehicle towed. I'm thinking, why would somebody, it was like they wanted it to get picked up.
Sarah claimed that she thought the
No. I was fixing the title, chat. I put true crime and just chatting. Chill, I was listening.
vehicle had vanished because Ryan had returned and took it. What she doesn't add, not yet at least, is that there's an unsettling reason she'd been using Ryan's vehicle that day. Before moving on, the detectives returned to the question of Ryan's behavior before leaving the apartment. Jen reluctantly gives the detectives some background information about the living situation before Ryan left, claiming Ryan was usually in the spare bedroom and was reclusive. Jen believed that Corey regretted asking Ryan to move in with them.
It was kind of weird.
I guess how weird? Like, was she just kind of clingy?
That's the thing too. No, Em was so. Okay, I have pretty bad social anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
But Em seemed to have way worse social anxiety.
Okay. And how was M's behavior then?
Excessively shy.
Okay.
Jen also explains the reason for some of the tension with Ryan.
Sorry, it's just the anxiety.
Sure.
I don't like to admit that I am trans, but it was just weird. Corey brought another trans person into the house because that's what they wanted. I shouldn't use gender neutral for Corey because that's confusing.
Okay, she didn't do it. I promise you that. She got nothing to do with it. She got nothing to do with it.
Corey had papers written up about...
She's very into the conversation. She's giving more detail than she needs to. Like, she's very cooperative, you know what I'm saying? She not on there. Oop, I feel like you know something we don't,
I forget what
Lord.
he calls it, like the trifecta or perfect relationship, but it involved one man, one woman, and a trans woman.
Okay.
And I didn't want any part of that.
Sure.
I'm assuming
I'm
that's
scared. What if I'm wrong?
I think Ryan was just kind of the last straw for me. Tell me more about that. Why was he the last straw?
Oh, can I just say this? Can I just say this? You know damn well you in the hot seat and these people are not here to help you. Tell me what was the last straw? She really not trying to listen to care for you, gang. She listen to get her answer so she can lock your ass up. Hey, this is a very dangerous position. She listening to what you saying, the other guy tracking your body language. I would have been scared as shit. Too much detail can mean she did something also when she kind of jealous, so gives motives. You right, no cap. Let's pay attention.
That was probably one of the biggest arguments that we had, to make him that third person.
Detective April, detective, your girl at your case. Alright, I want to go back.
But I obviously didn't agree with that, and the entire time it made me feel like I wasn't good enough.
After Ryan apparently moved out of the apartment, Sarah and Corey divorced, and she married Jen soon after.
So they both got anxiety and they both dated each other?
Detectives take a break, and when they return, they will confront Sarah.
That's a
with the
trauma
awful
bond.
truth
That's
of
gotta
why
be a
they
trauma
are really
bond.
there.
Oh.
Hey, there's some more water. Sarah, I don't know if you know this or not, probably not, but you're talking to Jennifer right now, talking to your mom, and also talking to Corey. And there's major inconsistencies about this with your involvement with Ryan.
I knew it.
And you know Ryan is now deceased. He's been murdered. So we have Corey is talking to the Columbus
She
police.
suck at acting.
Detectives right now. We just get off the phone with them.
The detective isn't being entirely honest here. While officers have managed to track down Corey's new residence, Corey is proving less than enthusiastic about the prospect of speaking with officers.
You're not in any trouble. I don't have an arrest warrant.
He is. Yo ass
Nothing like that, Corey. Okay, we just want to talk with you because your name was brought up as a witness.
Detective Mishu.
In a case, a homicide.
Homicide?
A homicide.
I don't recall witnessing any homicides.
Okay, we're just wanting to talk. That's it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I haven't lied to you at all, Corey. Okay? It's about Ryan.
I don't know who Ryan is.
Ryan lived with you for a while. Emma? He also went by Emma.
Okay.
He was a roommate for a while.
Okay.
Okay, that's what we're here to talk to you about.
Not without counsel.
Okay, do you have an attorney on hand?
Yes.
Okay, do you think they would meet us down there?
Can we make an appointment?
I'd rather get this done today.
I don't really think I have to work on your time.
While the officers speaking with Corey have once
He
again
knows
hit a
his
dead
shit.
end, those with Sarah begin to lay out some of the
He
evidence.
knows his shit.
I mean, this is
we gotta pay attention.
a bad situation.
We gotta pay attention.
We really need to know what happened. With the car, we have DNA evidence. We're able to track down your car, the one that you used to own, the time of this incident. We were able to track down the car and owner, and we're able to examine it. So we have something happened in that apartment the weekend that you dropped Corey off with that girl in Columbus.
The evidence the detective is referring to are reddish stains discovered on the carpet liner of Sarah's vehicle. Though she'd sold it, they found the new owners in July 2021 and conducted tests inside the trunk. The stains produced presumptive positive results for suspected blood. Earlier, Sarah had claimed that Corey hadn't been home the weekend Ryan moved out because Corey was with another woman.
They gay. They're literally all gay. What is this, an emotional support
Sarah
group?
had been the one to drive Corey and the woman to a
That's
hotel.
what that is.
Investigators
That's what
spoke
that
with the
is.
woman
Because
and
they
confirmed
all
that
like a
Corey was
little bit,
nowhere
kind of
near
like
the
cooked.
apartment where Ryan
Corey
was
seemed
last
normal
seen.
though.
While Corey may still prove to be an important witness to the events leading to Ryan's death, Sarah and Jen appear to be the last known people to see Ryan.
So please just tell me the truth, what happened. Corey's given a whole nother version of what you just said. Please.
Did you see that? Did you see that? Or am I tripping? 18, let's go back a little bit.
So please just tell me the truth.
Oh, wait.
What happened?
Hold on. 18, 17 something.
Ryan was last seen. While Corey may still prove to be an important
Hold on, let me
witness to
look
the
closer.
events leading to Ryan's death, Sarah and Jen appear to be the last known people to see Ryan.
So please just tell me the truth. What happened? Corey's given a whole nother version of what you just said.
Okay, never mind.
Please tell me the truth.
I'm not comfortable talking about
Well,
this. I mean,
we have a young...
Was it an accident?
Yeah,
I don't know what was an accident.
with Ryan.
I didn't even know that he was dead.
Sarah, come on.
Is
Sarah,
there
please.
someone that I can talk to?
Well, you can talk to us. I just want the truth.
The other officers also confront Jen with the news of Ryan's death.
We're trying to find Emma, and we
Hold
were
on, let's see if
somewhat
there's an
successful.
alibi.
Wait, what? Somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
What leads?
That's we need you to fill in the gaps, because whatever happened to Emma happened in the apartment where you guys stayed at, and we've recovered evidence from the apartment. We recovered evidence from Sarah's car.
Right.
Blood.
Wait, whoa, what?
Mm-hmm. Blood from the trunk of the car. Blood from the apartment by the bathtub, where in part of Emma's body was discovered it was dismembered.
Even though they'd all moved out by early 2016, investigators were able to access the apartment where Sarah, Jen, Corey, and Ryan had once lived. In July 2021, a month before they spoke with Jen and Sarah, authorities visited the apartment and asked the current residents to leave while they conducted tests throughout the building.
I know who it
Under
was.
close examination, several areas in the bathroom reacted to a chemical reagent indicating latent blood residue,
I know who
including
it
the
was.
bathroom floor and the cabinet.
No way. No way she had anything to do with any of that.
She did.
No, there's no way.
Tell me why. The Google searches, the deep dives that we did, the stuff that she was into at least, right?
No.
Painting with blood.
There's no way.
Like into drinking the
She
blood.
hadn't do anything
and
with
then
any
the
of that.
searches that she did on her Android
I just
phone.
know.
I don't know.
Man, shut your ass up.
While
You
this
know.
comment about painting with blood will be
Watch.
explained eventually, investigators won't have the chance to ask Sarah about it just yet, because she immediately throws a wrench into their plans.
Is there a lawyer I can talk to? That wasn't my rights, right?
Well, that's your decision. We don't advise on that. But all we're asking is for the truth.
Man, ask for a lawyer.
I don't know what to say.
The truth, maybe?
I've said what I remember.
And you're telling me that's the truth.
That's what I remember.
This is going to be your only time to talk to me and Megan. After this,
Wait, should you trust your lawyer? Like, let's say you did kill somebody, right? And you asked for a lawyer, you got a lawyer. Do you really trust that lawyer to tell that lawyer every single detail of what you did? I would lie to the lawyer too, I'm not gonna lie. I would lie to the lawyer too and then cook myself.
we're not allowed to help. So.
I've always thought, and hell
Can you be
no.
booked in the local county jail here?
Wait, hell no to
I
what?
mean, we wouldn't be doing this if we didn't have physical evidence.
I trust
That's
you as
why
my
I was
lawyer.
giving you an opportunity.
I don't know, it's sketchy. It is sketchy. You never know who signed that lawyer on.
All right, Sarah. Thank you.
Once again, the detectives leave Sarah alone. In contrast, those speaking with Jen lay on the pressure.
This is a fever dream.
I'm sorry?
This is a fever dream.
I know this feels like a nightmare now, so we need you to fill in the other parts of this thing. Because
What you thought was gonna happen?
Emma's dead.
Emma's dead?
Emma's dead.
Corey's dead?
No.
No, Emma's dead.
Okay.
Did Corey have you guys get rid of his issue? He ain't like Emma coming up. Emma's not what he expected. The selfies didn't show what Corey had wanted. Comes up, Emma's completely shy, reclusive, nothing what Corey expected. Corey went away for the weekend for you and Sarah to get rid of his problem. Corey and Sarah were fighting a lot over it. Let's just get rid of the problem. So what happened?
It isn't long before the detectives decide to once again try speaking with Sarah, and this time they will hear a stomach-churning confession.
So,
wait, all right. She about to make a confession. Let's get our guesses in right now. The lawyers think that the guy did it and then left. Wait. I think the two girls did it. I'ma just be honest. But the guy's smart as shit. I gotta hear what the guy sound like. He didn't even get to talk yet. Dad will tell me everything I need to know. But just in case they tell me ASAP, that's my guess that I'm locking in.
Megan here has something she wants to show you.
I just have something I need to take a look at, okay? And read over, then we'll get your thoughts on that. This is from your Google account. Okay, these are your searches on your Google account that you said you only had access to. So flip through these pages and take a gander at that.
After seeing the evidence within her own search history, showing that she looked up how to start Ryan's car after it broke down, Sarah begins to unravel.
What's gonna happen to my family?
Oh! We'll talk to your family, okay? And you'll get to talk to your family, okay? We can work through this. One thing at a time. This is the first step. Okay, look at me.
I'm scared.
Okay, I understand.
Your ass going to jail.
Okay.
All they've ever gotten was a speeding ticket. And
You're an honest person. Okay, I don't think you're a bad person at all.
Sarah, let us help you.
Why did you do it? That's what I want to know.
it was an accident.
Okay, it's an accident. Accidents happen every day.
Okay, my guess is the two girls. My guess are the two girls. The two girls, Genki. That shit was not an accident. Not with no chainsaw, Genki. That shit was planned. So we about to hear a couple of lies.
So what happened?
I think it was both of them too.
I was angry.
Okay, I get angry too.
The guy is the mastermind and probably had them two did it. Oh, let's see.
I knocked him down when he came out of the bathroom. And I choked him. And then I didn't know what to do. I've never done anything like that. And I got scared.
Oh, my heart's pounding. I'm empathizing.
I realized I ruined my life.
While the detective
she think about herself?
makes headway.
Oh, nah, she cooked. She killing the man. This why empathy a dangerous thing. You notice how she said she's killing this man. And all she's thinking about is how it's gonna ruin her life. She not thinking about how this man dying right now. Yeah, nah. She a goner. Get out of here. Skedaddle. Skedaddle, chump. You dookie bottoms.
Those with Jen are hitting roadblock after roadblock.
To be honest with you, I think it's been eaten.
Let's see how cooked this one
Because
is.
it eating Sarah up. I mean, people can have differences with people, right? But to this extent, you know, it would eat somebody up, literally. I mean, you would be not sleeping well, not functioning well. You know, it's a lot, right?
No, that's a lot.
Yeah.
They dumb too. They not even saying the right shit. This is too easy.
No, I wasn't aware of that.
Let's watch a hard one. Hard one.
Okay, so maybe
Things were fine.
Things were fine until Emma came
So
along.
she be raging.
No, if you want.
You can tell she got anger issues. No cap. You can tell she got anger issues. When somebody stretch out that it was fine, you can tell that's like some like undercover anger. She got anger issues. She violent.
Yeah, no, but even then, no.
Even then.
Things have been fine.
And she's
There was
shaky.
no-
Throw an Adam's
weighing
apple.
on us.
While Jen continues denying any knowledge, Sarah is telling a very different story.
I put him in a chokehold and knocked him down.
Did he pass out? Were there words exchanged?
He passed out. Okay. So then I didn't let go.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was too late. He stopped moving. He started turning white.
Damn.
I'm like,
hold on. You telling me this big bag? I didn't have to go that crazy. You, something not right here. Actually, she do weigh a lot. He do look a little slim. But something not right here. He's a man. He would have knocked her ass out. Something going on here.
Though this is the first time Sarah has shared what happened to Ryan, this is only one version of the story, and with each retelling, the details only grow more and more unsettling. Sarah claims that Jen heard the commotion from downstairs and came up to see what had happened.
Did you know that you can have pregnant teeth in just 24 hours? That's right.
Man,
Only
get
24
your
hours and your
get
smile
out of
is ready.
here.
I had to figure out how to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Not the ads.
and I cut it up.
We being you and Jen? Was this when Corey was away at the hotel? Okay.
Oh my god.
So where did you cut him up at?
Oh my god, my stomach got nausea.
What did you use?
My stomach is like a knot.
Where did that come from?
I found it in the shed.
So you each
I
have
feel
your
like
own
I'm throw
shed
up.
there. Okay. Who did the cutting?
Mostly me.
Jen, on the other hand, refuses to make any concessions.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Here's the thing. You're going to remember these things.
Yeah, I would probably remember if there was murder and a saw.
And where did you cut him at? And again, this is all stuff I already know. Okay, I just need to hear it straight from you.
The joints.
Joints? Can you point to what you mean by joints? The elbows.
This real.
The wrists.
This real.
Mm-hmm.
It's real.
And then up here. And then
I'm getting lightheaded.
Does Jen help cut him up?
Not really. She wasn't feeling well. She got kind of sick.
Okay.
So I took over most of it.
But did she help a little bit at the beginning? Okay.
We were both really scared.
One of the officers in Jen's interview steps out of the room to take a call, and when they return, they have news that will flip Jen's denials upside down.
Got an update.
Okay.
Sarah just admitted to everything, and you helped dismember the body. She admitted to all of it.
Okay.
So fill us in with what's going on, right? With the car, you're going to remember everything. So at this point, Sarah, spilling the beans on the whole kit and caboodle.
Okay.
Okay, this is what we told you before.
Oh, yeah, she did it.
So this amnesia that you have isn't going to work because now you're implicated in this as well.
I don't have amnesia.
Then fill it in. Fill it in.
I didn't do that.
I just got the phone call from the analyst that's listening in on the interview, and she's coming clean, right? They're watching it live.
Okay.
She's coming clean, and you helped dismember the body with her.
Not.
Yeah.
Sarah's not going to be able to do this by herself.
Yeah.
Well, she
And
denying
if she said
it.
that, then she's lying.
Yeah, she literally cannot do that by herself. It literally, like, he's a man, gang. You need two people in that shit. I knew it. Detective April at your case. I'm too good at this. You need a problem solved? Call my number. Call my shit. Hey, didn't they say Virgos are like great analytics and shit like that? I'm good at this.
You just said before Sarah wouldn't lie. She's not lying.
I didn't say she wouldn't.
So who's lying here? It's not Sarah.
It is definitely Sarah. If she said that whole...
Her voice shaky as shit.
This is the point because you're being implicated now. So now it's a lie.
You know what? You know what they say, and you know how I know she lying? Bro, I study psychology. I know this shit. When you tell a lie, your body gets weaker because you don't believe it. So your body gets weaker. And when you tell the truth, you're firm. Like, your body's, like, solid in it. Like, it's just what your body does, basically. So every time she's talking, you notice how she's like, her body's getting weak as she's literally lying to them. Gang, I peep game, bro. I peep game, gang. When I tell y'all, bro, I'm really a professional at this. Like, not to boast, not to toot my own horn, but bro, like my I don't know, gang. I'm just so good at this. Like, if I'm wrong, I'ma literally cry. If I'm wrong, I'ma literally cry.
Yes. Where did you guys go then with the body? All right, let's get to this part here. Where did you go with the body after it's dismembered? And don't say you don't know. Because
I would have to say I don't know for that because we didn't do that.
Luckily for investigators, Sarah is giving them all the answers. This, however, is only her first confession, and she will eventually share another that changes everything.
So, you got him cut up.
Right?
Right?
I wish Jen had a video for her body language. I wish she did, because then I could really see, like, that's where you really see it. A voice, the way words, you know what I'm saying, cool, but when the body language gets paired with the words, oh my God, it's so easy to crack the code.
Put everything. So where did you say you put his belongings? Where did those go? Like his clothes and his...
Yeah, lying in body gestures.
And where did those...
We got those in a bin.
Like a dumpster?
No, like a Tupperware bin.
Oh, okay. And where did that go?
In the back of his car.
Okay.
We were going to drive the car
She felt
somewhere
guilty about that.
and leave it,
Her voice job.
but the car wouldn't start.
This is the real story about the tow truck. According to Sarah, she and Jen planned to dispose of Ryan's dismembered body parts,
Anxiety?
which they loaded
Yeah.
into the back of Ryan's
She
own
got hella
car.
anxiety. She playing with her
While
shit,
their
you girl.
plan had been to abandon the car in a deserted location in Illinois before taking a Greyhound bus back, Ryan's car refused to start after they stopped at a gas station. This incident has a horrific new implication. Ryan's remains were still in the back of the car when the vehicle was towed, and Sarah and Jen then had to move the Tupperware bin
They're
full
messy.
of his dismembered body parts in broad daylight into Sarah's car. They left Ryan's
messy.
vehicle in the street, where the police eventually towed.
They're messy as fuck. You gotta, if you're gonna get away with that shit, you gotta be sterile. You gotta be, gang, you gotta be on top of your shit. Can't even let that shit go down the drain for real.
it away.
We started driving and trying to get rid of little things at a time.
Along the road, or is there special spots?
In public dumpsters.
So did you dispose of like his limbs in different spots? Okay. Do you know where those spots
Wow.
are?
She put a limb in a different spot, gang. I've never heard anything more dumber in my life. Sure, add to the possibilities of getting caught. You're supposed to put everything in one spot, gang. Or feed it to an animal. Like, nah, feeding it to an animal crazy, gang. But an animal will deadass eat that shit.
We just stopped wherever something looked okay.
Where it seemed like secluded or something like that?
Couple gas
Not the
stations.
teeth?
Mostly just public dumpsters. I really don't know.
While Sarah doesn't clarify, they only disposed of Ryan's torso and belongings. The rest of his limbs and head had a different, even more alarming destination.
Here's the thing. You have been holding back this whole time with all of this stuff because I don't think you thought Sarah was going to be honest about it, but she is.
Oh, okay.
So let's do the right thing. And you wanted to do the right thing, right? So tell us about that.
About
Please. About the dismembering it and then where you went from there.
remember anybody.
You did.
No, I did not. That's fucking insane.
It's not insane.
That's insane.
This happens all the time. I mean, you may not want to admit to doing it, right? But this stuff happens all the time.
So where was Corey during this? No idea. Still at the hotel?
So,
Okay. Any communication with him?
I shut off my phone.
Okay.
Why did you shut off your phone?
I was scared.
Did he know something had happened?
I don't think so. And I told him Ryan just left. And he didn't ask any questions.
Despite several attempts to get Corey to speak with police, Corey steadfastly refused.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. So you don't know Ryan?
I don't.
You don't know Ryan? He didn't live with you at all?
I'm not going to talk to you without...
Okay.
Corey, let's go. Let's see this. Oh, this where it gets good.
An attorney present.
We're talking with Sarah and Jen.
Okay.
Everybody involved that weekend, we're talking to right now. Except you right now, because right now you kind of look like the bad guy if you don't want to talk to us. Everybody else wants to talk to us.
That's called gaslighting. Right now, you look like the bad guy. They're trying to get him feared. Like, I don't give a fuck how I look, gang. Give me my lawyer.
That doesn't look good for you.
Yeah, they told me that you would say that. But
Who would say that?
My attorney.
Okay.
Corey refuses to speak any further and ultimately never comes in to discuss Ryan's case with officers. Without Corey's help, detectives will have to put more pressure on the people who are talking to them. Sarah and Jen. One thing still isn't clear. A motive.
Why were you
What
so
are you eating?
angry at him?
Egg roll clit.
You came up behind him and started choking
He
him.
ruined my life.
Tell me a little bit about that.
I told you the arguments Corey and I had. And I couldn't make him see reason.
The officers talking to Jen also try to understand a motive.
You would do whatever you could to make Sarah happy. So let's get rid of M, because that would make Sarah happy, right? To get her out of that household.
Sure, but they agreed to leave.
But she wasn't. Not willingly. Not fast enough.
She agreed to leave.
Without meaning to, Jen points out a glaring issue with Sarah's current confession. If Ryan had agreed to leave, why didn't she simply let that happen? This exact question will be central to the story Sarah tells later.
Did Jen know that this was going to happen?
No. But she was there for me.
Sure, she's your support. You said that. That's what support people do. They're there for you.
I'm worried about what's going to happen to her.
That lady in the suit scare me.
I understand that.
We understand.
The lady in the suit scare me. Because whole time she showing all that empathy, whole time she not connected to that shit. She detached from it, gang. She just doing what she gotta do. But she really trying to get them answers, gang. Lady in the suit scare me, gang. Scare me OD.
It's only natural.
And we appreciate you talking to us openly.
The detectives have no reason to assume that Sarah means anything more
And they
than
know what
simply
body
worrying
language to
about Jen.
carry. Like, they're in
But her
control of
concern hints at a
everything.
disastrous turn of events
They're in
soon
control
to
of
come.
everything they're doing right now.
So
Their
what?
body language when talking. Like,
You got
damn,
him?
oh my God, they're so
Something
smart.
happened to Emma, and you put him in the tub, and you guys did your thing. Fill us in on that, please.
That didn't happen.
She's filling in the gaps where you are not filling in the gaps, though we know that you know what happened, right? Because it's written all over you. I mean, as soon as you get to a hot point, you minimize and you kind of look down. It's like a kid with a parent. I don't want to look and acknowledge that I'm lying to you.
Surprise, I have anxiety.
So when you started dismembering it, right?
Oh
so
my
what
God.
happened from there?
Not right.
So Sarah started. Was Sarah dismembering at this point in time?
Excuses.
You're just holding on, limbs, you're keeping
Sorry,
lookout.
I have anxiety.
What are you doing?
No.
She trying to. That's manipulation. When somebody says sorry, I have anxiety, that's them trying to make you feel guilty and try to go into, you know what I'm saying, a pleasing tendency. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever let nobody do that to you. Shawty's got a habit of doing that shit. Shawty's got, you know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody do like that. That's highly manipulative. Peep game. She's smart as fuck.
She's not cutting this body up herself.
Excuse you.
That's probably because she cut him a body.
She just
Wait,
admitted
what?
to it.
No, she didn't.
She did.
Yes, she did.
The detectives attempt a different approach to get Jen to talk.
It's more beneficial to go, this is where it is. And it shows that you're wanting to make things right. You want to get things better, and you're showing remorse. Because the judge,
I'm
back
not
in our
showing
county...
remorse because I don't know how to process this.
You don't know what to say.
There's no remorse.
It's not that you don't know how to process it. It's that you don't know what to say because you want a lawyer. You can't get one, and you don't want to say the wrong thing.
It's to be had.
So disposing of a body, you shouldn't show remorse for that?
Of Of course you should. Yeah.
You're still in shock that Sarah has come clean with everything, right?
There's no way she did this.
Your world's crashing down, and we're just trying to help you figure a way to make it a little softer of a crash.
Even though Jen refuses to believe Sarah admitted to the death and dismemberment of Ryan, Sarah's own interview is already wrapping up.
I just don't know what to do because
Why are you looking like that? Cause this shit too easy, too crazy.
That's exactly it.
We get into business. We not playing no games right now. Full analysis of these 2. 3, or shall I say. All 4 of them in a relationship, one of them died. Not on our watch. Not on our watch, too crazy. So far, we micromanage, bandage, analysis, canvas, this whole video. Alright? Let me put you on T. We think the 2 girls did it. And they in the hot seat. They in the hot seat. They're cooked. Okay? They're ass too. They suck at lying. I never seen a worse liar ever.
Sure. I just turned 30 and I feel like that's
one step at a time. Okay? 1 foot in front of the other at a time.
I would have told this lady to back up. I'm gonna just be honest. If I was in this position, I would have said, all right, cut the act, lady. Just give it to me straight because you're throwing me off. Just give it to me straight. Sit back a little. Like, damn.
Continuing to show an unsettling lack of concern for Ryan, Sarah then makes an inquiry.
Is there any kind of bail, or am I going to have to stay there the whole time?
There's no bail right now. That's not to say that there won't be bail in the future. Okay? Just not right at the
Your ass going to jail,
Sarah
Sean.
is informed that the charges against her include tampering with evidence, grand theft of a motor vehicle, abuse of a corpse, and gross abuse of a corpse.
Okay, I appreciate you being honest with us. Because that's the kind of person you are.
Thank you, Sarah.
I hope it doesn't.
We'll give you a few months, okay?
One of the officers who had been interviewing Sarah heads over to Sarah's mom's house in
That's
order
me.
to take a crack at Jen and see if he can break through the unrelenting denials.
Now, this is why I say
This
Jen
is
is a
where
bitch.
everything goes
Okay, let's see.
horribly wrong.
This is me going up to Jen.
Though the video
I'm
footage is
talking to them.
redacted, Jen is introduced to the detective who spoke with Sarah and is
Is
then
that
read
you
the
being
Miranda
interrogated?
rights.
Okay, well, we have some things we need to talk to you about.
But you're not saying yes or no.
Well, because it all depends on you. So we're going based on physical evidence and now what Sarah told us. That's my
fear.
job.
I
I'm
would be
doing
so
my
scared.
job. They're doing their job.
I would be so scared. I would be ready to pass out.
Sorry, I don't want to put words in your mouth.
No, but go ahead.
They said that she said she was involved.
Absolutely.
Ooh, I'm feeling
100%. And this interview is being recorded.
Okay,
And I cannot lie about that.
I trust you.
She absolutely said she was involved, and she gave details, and you were involved in those details. I mean, I'm not making it up.
I'm not gonna lie, yes, you girl. I'm not gonna lie, yes, you girl, bro. Look, I have mad respect for the girl because she actually admitted it. She actually admitted. She got caught. She admitted it. Cool. She did the time. That right there is gonna take away so much. You know what I'm saying? When you have a secret, gang, as deep as that shit gonna haunt you for the rest of your life. You have to do the time. You have to confess. You have to pay your dues for it. Because if you don't, bro, that shit's literally gonna eat away at your skin. So this girl, Jen, she gonna be extra cooked. She gonna be extra cooked because she's still not admitting it.
Well, she told us how you were involved, but I don't want to go into those details.
You don't believe
because
this?
If you tell me and something's different, I have to go back and talk to her and try to iron out the inconsistencies.
Hearing that the detective isn't lying about Sarah's confession seems to be a turning point for Jen, but not in the way they hope.
I don't remember any of that. I don't know why Sarah would say that.
You're just surprised Sarah said it.
Of course I am.
Right, because you've gotten away from it this whole time until today.
After hours of conversation, the new detective points out something that the others have failed to notice. While speaking with the officers, a purse has remained on Jen's lap.
What's in your purse?
Comfortable and calm.
After Jen explains, they quickly move on
Oh my
and
God.
continue questioning.
No.
This time about the evidence they've uncovered.
Is there something
a
in her
choice
purse?
that will likely haunt the detectives for the rest of their careers.
I wish I
And
seen
we found
the video.
large quantities of blood in the trunk from Emma.
She
That's a
got
clue.
some.
We call in police work. You know, I'm not trying to be facetious, but that's called a clue. You know, so I mean, when we put 2 and 2 together, and then we talk to Sarah, and it all kind of matches up. You know what I mean? It all matches up.
What's gonna happen to her?
Well, I don't know. It all depends on what you tell me.
You should never told her that.
My knowledge, she didn't do anything.
But I'd be more worried about yourself right now
Why?
because of what she's telling us and the physical evidence and the social media search warrants that we did.
I'm not worried about myself.
There's a very good reason Jen isn't worried. And once again, the purse comes up.
You don't have any like weapons in there, do you? What are you playing with in your purse? So, Jen.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me she gonna try to hurt a cop. If she try to hurt a cop, she crazy.
Like we talked about, you asked if you were under arrest.
It's 2 cops there.
You are going to be placed into custody.
What are we watching? We're watching right now we're watching Baddies. You seen the new Baddies episode? Right now we're watching the new Baddies episode. It's a little different. They tried something different.
I want to, before this gentleman, he's a detective with the City of Marion Police Department. You're going to be booked into their...
Central 055.
055.
I need an ambulance, shots fired.
Oh shit! She not afraid of getting shot? I would have put that shit on, drop the gun. You got it, you got it. You got it, don't kill me. I'm a simp. I'm just a girl for real.
Negative. No officer.
Just as officers began their arrest,
She
Jen
shot
pulled a small
herself.
gun out of the purse and fired. Jen
She thought no life was better than being in jail. I wonder where she going. No cap.
was pronounced dead at the scene from a single bullet wound to the back of the head. While this is happening, back at the police station, Sarah is led away in handcuffs. Unbeknownst to her, Jen has just died.
She gonna be in jail alone.
Well, when we get over to the jail, I'll let you use the restroom over there, okay?
Months after her arrest and Jen's death, Sarah is brought in to share an entirely new version of Ryan's death.
Oh my God.
Feel free to have a seat. People here. We didn't want to be rude drinking our coffee in front of you, so we've got you one. Feel free to have it if you like. If you don't like coffee, then I haven't had coffee for so long. It's a specialty. It's a Cinnabon, so it's on something good.
After a few more pleasantries, the investigators clarify
She seems very pleasant too. She seems very pleasant to like talk to, be around. Like she seemed really pleasant. I'm not gonna lie.
Sarah that her lawyers agreed she can speak with them, and they read her Miranda rights. They immediately begin by discussing Sarah's new confession. In this discussion, she refers to Jen by the name Naira.
I'm scared.
On the morning of the 26th, Naira started.
Now this is her. Now Now I could feel, okay? This is authenticity.
Voicing some plan about killing him, and I did not take her seriously because she would make comments like that sometimes. I still didn't take her seriously, but I was starting to get worried because of how intricate it was getting. And then when she started gathering tools like trash bags, bleach, the handsaw from the shed, I realized she was serious. So I tried to talk her out of it, calmly at first, and then I started getting a little hysterical. And she told me that
she drugged her.
That if I didn't help, that she was going to do it anyway. And usually at this point, the attorneys ask me, well, why did you do it? Why didn't you call the police? Why didn't you kick her out? And it was because I loved her. I was so scared and horrified, but there wasn't, like, I didn't.
Love will make you do crazy, scary things. Love will make you do crazy things, won't it? Hey, if it's love in the air, I hold my breath till my face turn purple. Keep a few bad bitches in my circle. Love is a scary thing. Hell no. Let's continue.
Stop. I didn't stop her. I didn't. Love is a powerful thing. Yeah. She had a rag that she dipped in bleach, and she had a bottle of vinegar next to her to add to it when the time came, because I guess they had some kind of chemical reaction and released some kind of poisonous gas. I don't really know, but she did the research for it.
Though Sarah has significantly shifted the roles that she and Jen play in the planning and execution of Ryan's death, she still tells detectives that she jumped on him when he came out of the bathroom before Jen then held the rag over Ryan's mouth. The changes in her story only become more apparent as the details grow even more brutal.
When he started making these guttural gasping noises, Naira let me get out from under him, and I curled up in the office and cried. So I stayed in the office for a while until...
Wait a second. Hold on.
Of the bathroom before Jen then held the rag over Ryan's mouth. The changes in her story only become more apparent as the details grow even more brutal.
When he started making these guttural gasping noises, Naira let me get out from under him.
Under him? She was choking him under him? That don't make no sense.
And I curled up in the office and cried. So I stayed in the office for a while until she did get him in the bathtub, and she
jumped on his back?
a trash bag over his head and severed it.
That
and
makes
then
sense.
Put that into the freezer so that she
that
could
makes
deal with it
sense.
later.
That's why she
Since
could
her
carry his
arrest,
ass out.
investigators have discovered chilling evidence about the fate of Ryan's decapitated head, something they'll bring up shortly. In this retelling, rather than Jen being the one to dispose of Ryan's clothing, it was Sarah who took on this job. However, this doesn't mean she didn't help with the dismemberment.
She started to get intestinal cramps, so she went to lie down and said I had to take over. So I put the hands in one bag, the hands and the feet she told me to put in a bag, and then she also put it in the freezer for later because she said those would be the two big identifying factors and she would have to deal with them separately.
I'm feeling woozy. I'm feeling like Boosie. Did she just say the two identifying factors? She knew what to do. So is the part of the story where they put, okay, I was just about to compliment her, but is the part of the story where they put a different piece in a different part of true. Because if that's not true no more, congratulations, you know what I'm saying, they tried at least. But if that shit true, gang, you're messy for that. You're messy for that. Why would you do that? Like, why would you put a different piece of shit of evidence just everywhere?
So I removed the forearms and the calves at the joints. It was slow, exhausting work, and I did not work fast enough. Her original idea was to cut up everything into as small of manageable pieces as possible and then dispose of them that way, but we didn't have enough time to do that, so we just had the head, hands and feet, the forearms went in one bag. The
you gotta move fast or something? Who's gonna know that he died? You gotta move fast or something? Like,
went in another bag, and then we just had to deal with the torso.
After this, the story remained the same. They loaded Ryan's dismembered body into a Tupperware container and attempted to use Ryan's vehicle until they eventually had to call a tow truck.
how many people do you think on your nearest highway is driving with a body in their trunk?
The difference this time, apparently Jen was the one telling
it's
Sarah where to
Ohio.
go as they drove towards Illinois, stopping randomly to dispose of Ryan's remains, including the area where Ryan's torso was eventually discovered in Mercer County, 2 hours from
This is
Columbus.
Ohio. Everything
the fate
happened
of
in
Ryan's
Ohio.
head was an entirely different story.
I never moved to Ohio. Why does everything you hear about is in Ohio? Aliens. Half of alien landings, recordings, findings were in Ohio. Half of the whole, you know what I'm saying, teleportation, time travel shit, Ohio. Crazy stories, Ohio. Killings, deaths, and serial killers, Ohio. Why is everything weird in Ohio? This is why I will never move there, gang. Imagine being born in Ohio. Not to cook you Ohio people. Not to cook y'all. But imagine being born in Ohio, gang. GG's. GG's. You gotta play it safe in Ohio.
Investigators eventually searched the garage at Sarah's mom's house where they found several boxes filled with what appeared to be human remains. This included a pot filled with a thick substance hidden within layers of plastic garbage
Ew, I think I smell it.
After the pot was emptied, investigators recovered a human skull. In this version of her story, Sarah claims it was Jen who disposed of the remaining limbs.
Also because she didn't know the best way to dispose of it yet. So we had to carry...
I'm gonna be honest. I think I'm coping with laughter because this is disgusting.
Put the pieces of the hands and feet also in the bag, and then
I'm like borderline disassociated.
We put it in the shed for the time being, and every time we moved, it would have to come with us. So that was a weight that I had to drag with me everywhere I went. For a long time, we would check the news constantly. That's when we found out that the torso was discovered. But as time went on and we didn't see any new news, we started planning for a future instead. And we made a pact that should something go wrong or we get discovered that
those
she
are the
was
actual
going to
bones?
shoot me first, because she said she would rather die than spend her life in prison. The arrest.
Wait. You know, yo, why? Can I pause this real quick? Why the fuck does my body work the way that it works? Okay, time out. I'm watching this, right? And I notice I do this shit. I'm watching this, right? And literally, when I watch shit like this, I really be into it. And I'll really be feeling that shit. Face all disgusted looking. And then I'll like hop out of my body, right? And I'll see my face and I'll start laughing at my ass. Every single time. When I cry, I'll be hopping out of my, I'll be looking at myself. I'll be like, what the fuck? You ever, okay, it's basically like looking at yourself in the mirror. And then when you cry, bro, that should be funny as shit, bro. That should be funny as shit.
said goodbye.
It's
to
really
her.
hard. Like, I'm not
I could
like,
see it
I
in
can't
her
be a
face.
serious person. I can't. It's so
She
hard.
knew.
This confession sheds an entirely new light on the footage of Jen and
Even
Sarah
though I be
saying
feeling
goodbye
cooked, I
when she
literally
was
can't.
arrested.
You want to tell your wife bye or anything?
What the fuck?
You had mentioned the bleach and vinegar on the ring. Okay. And then mentioned something different was put into the pot.
That's it. We got our answer. That's it. That's the longest I've ever watched a video. Straight locked in. I'm not gonna lie, chat. I control my ADHD. That shit came out just a little bit, but I controlled it. They're cooked. This whole case is cooked, but you know what I'm saying? I think we did this as detectives, chat. It was very easy for like to put the pieces together off rip just by looking at them. We already knew. You know what I'm saying? Just by looking at them, we already. Then we heard them talk. We too good at this, gang. We literally too good at this. This shit was easy. Let's see this one.